What's up, YouTube? Alright, we have another upload tonight. This is the full Nidoran evolution team. This was the damn crazy team. Leave those team suggestions below in the comment section. Go do it if you enjoy this series, guys. Smash that like button. Okay, now as I said, this was a real challenge, so I had a lot of battles with this team. Now I've got a lot of bloopers at the end of this video too, so make sure you stick around for the whole thing. Very entertaining. Let's get to this one anyway. I'm going to walk you through what sets I used on what Pokemon. Alright, so we have an X-Cloud lead here. It's going to go for the Boom Burst. I was hoping it was going to go for a physical set. So I've actually got a focus/counter on this. Then I realized it's not me, so that's not really going to work. I've got Toxic Spikes on this set too. That was the main reason I was actually using this. I wanted to put the Toxic Spikes down as it really worked well throughout my whole team. I'll get to that in a bit, and it'll be a lot of it will be explained in the bloopers too. Okay, so really just wanted to set up my Toxic Spikes. There wasn't much I could do to it. X-Cloud Boom Burst is very powerful. Alright, that's going to swap out there. Now, I've got this Nidoran here. This is also another Toxic Spikes. If I can get 1 up or 2 up, that was the main thing. The problem was, I got countered by this Quillfish and other poison types too, so I really couldn't do too much here. Okay, so it's going to swap into my Poison Jab, and it's really bulky, and there's not too much I can actually do to it. So I thought, well, I might as well just leave that for later on. I might be able to do something with that. So swapping a Nidorina here. Now, this was a bulky Nidorina. It was more like work towards this team. It actually had Rest, Sleep, Talk. It had Super Fang, and it also had Venom Drench. Now, Venom Drench obviously only worked when the opponent is poisoned. Now, the problem is it didn't really work as well as it could this battle because, you know, the Quillfish has absorbed the Toxic Spikes, but however, it works a lot better when there's poison on the field, so you could easily swap that move out for anything else as well. I was running a max health on this, and I ran a max defense on this set with Everlight. Worked very nicely there. You can either boost attack or lower attack or special attack, whatever takes your fancy depending on what move you use. Alright, so basically I got all the spikes set up in the world there. There wasn't much I could do. I'm just firing Super Fangs off. Now, Rotom Mower comes in, so that was really good getting a hit on that. I almost went into Nidoking there to sponge off the Volt Switch, but I knew that I was quite bulky, so I stayed into that one. Okay, so we have X-Cloud coming in again, so I just went for Super Fang. I thought, bugger it, that's the only thing I can really do now. That's my only attacking move since there's no Toxic Spikes on the field. So I was happy with that result there. Now, as I said, there was nothing I can swap into this Boom Burst. It's like so powerful, and my team is... well, that was probably the bulkiest Pokemon on my team. Alright, swapping in Nidoking now. Now, this Nidoking is quite an interesting set. It also has Venoshock as its main stab move. Obviously, when I said my team really based around Toxic being down on all the Pokemon, it really did rely on that. Anyway, so I got around with that with Earth Power. I just had to put some sort of stab on it as well, just in case that didn't, you know, it got absorbed or it was countered by a Steel type. Alright, so Blastoise comes out here. There's no way I'm going to leave my Nidoking in against that. Swapping in Nidoran here just to see what it's going to do. It turns out to be a physical set here. That's cool. I actually tanked this one really badly, surprisingly. I didn't even think I'd live that. So going for the Poison Jab here. This is a Hustle set. I got some decent damage on it. I guess I was happy with that one. And Blastoise is going to take me out there with the Waterfall. Alright. So I thought, well, this might be a good opportunity to send in one of my other Pokemon. I've got Nidorino left. Now, on my Nidorino, I was actually running a Focus Energy set. I did run this a couple of videos back, if I do remember correctly. Okay, now I wasn't sure if I get a Focus Energy off, right? So I just went... I thought, bugger it, let's just go for T-Bolt there. I actually get a crit right off the bat there. I'm just holding the Scope Lens, so I thought, okay, that's really good. And I get a Parahax too, which was amazing. That was very lucky there. Okay, so Blastoise is going to go for the Waterfall against my Nidorino, and I tanked that just since the Nidoran tanked it. I knew that I'd be able to tank it somewhat. Okay. Half kind of tossed up to go for a Focus Energy here. Now I thought, bugger it, I'm not going to get that lucky. Went for a T-Bolt again and got another crit. So I was like, wow, that Scope Lens was really kicking in there. That was mega lucky. Taking out the Blastoise there. There's actually a lot of counters to my team here, like a lot. Alright, so Rotom's going to come in there. Once again, I almost went into Nidoking, but I couldn't really risk that because I know it does carry Leaf Storm, and, you know, Nidoking would definitely not like swapping into that one. Alright. So there's still a lot of Pokemon I need to get back into this game. Houndoom's going to come out here. I've got Nidoking and Nidoqueen left. Now, this was a physical Nidoqueen with... I've got Hone Claws in this. I've got Drill Run. I've got Ice Punch. And I've got Poison Jab on this thing. Alright, so Houndoom gets absolutely annihilated there. I was just waiting for that one to miss. Okay, so Quillfish is going to come in here. It's going to go for the Intimidate on me. So that's going to drop my attack. Here I almost went for a Hone Claws and I thought, no, I'll go for Drill. I'll go for Drill Run because it could have Waterfall. But the Granbull is actually going to swap in here and go for it. So it's a double Intimidate on my Nidoqueen. So that really, really sucked. And Drill Run also misses there too. Okay, so I thought, bugger it, let's just go for Poison Jab, try and get a poison. It still does very, very nice damage there. I get the poison, so I was very, very happy with that one. Okay, Granbull's going to go for the Bulk Up here. I was like, that was interesting. Maybe it doesn't, like, I was thinking, what does it really have to hit me beside if it was carrying like Ice Punch or Earthquake, something like that. I decided here to go for a Hone Claws myself to boost my attack up, just to get it back to some normal. It was -2, so I wanted to get back to -1. Alright, Play Rough is the only attack it obviously could hit me with. That definitely wouldn't have killed me, but it did miss, which definitely helped there. Gave me a little bit more health. So going for the Poison Jab here, and that takes out the Granbull. So Nidoqueen is really getting me back into this game. So that's Granbull down. Right, so it's 2 more Pokemon each left. The Rotom Mower comes in here and goes for the Leaf Storm. I was thinking, well, I should just be able to take this one rather badly, and I get critted at a really critical point in time. So, Salt. My Nidoqueen is going to go down there. So the last Pokemon I've got left is my Nidoking. Now, as I said, this Nidoking is a special one. It does rely on Toxic being down, but I did have a couple of other quirks to use as well. Alright, so I knew that would swap out and Quillfish would come in, but just in case it didn't here, I went for the Ice Beam just to make sure. Okay, I'm going to get Intimidated. Doesn't matter because I'm running a special set. Going for that Ice Beam doesn't do too much here. Now, I was actually running the Mighty Confusion on this set. Nidoking actually gets Confusion. You'd never guess it, but it's the only Psychic special move that it gets, and I found it was absolutely amazing for coming up like against opposing, like especially like some Wheezings. It was hilarious. I know it was a gimmick, but it was very, very funny there. You just never expect it. Okay, so Rotom is obviously going to outspeed me there, and that is game. But damn, that was really close at the end. Make sure you guys stick around for the bloopers. They're very, very funny. Peace.